Hello students. So the topic for the day is analysis of simple AC circuits. So before that, let's revise what we have done in the classrooms. So in the classroom, we have already covered the generation of AC voltage, and I had also given assignment as generation of three-phase voltage and also star delta. I hope everyone have read that and understood it very neatly. So let's check today's topic. So analysis of simple AC circuit. So what is meant by AC circuit? So every electrical circuit is a combination of R, L and C. What is R, L and C? R stands for resistance, inductance and capacitance, and these parameters are called as circuit parameters. So we are here going to look the analysis of the circuits, which is a combination of R, L and C. So earlier we have already learned the generation of AC circuit. So what we have learned in generation of AC circuit, that is V is equal to Vm sin omega t. So I hope everyone remember this equation, V is equal to Vm sin omega t, in the topic generation of AC voltage. So let's check the analysis of the circuit elements. So in that, the first one is analysis of purely resistive circuit. So what does purely resistive circuit means? That is a circuit which contains only resistance. So let's draw a purely resistive AC circuit. So this is the voltage source V, AC voltage source. So this symbol, that is sinusoidal symbol, stands for a AC source. So AC voltage source V, and the current flowing through it is I, and the resistance R. So this particular circuit is a purely resistive circuit. That means it contains only the element resistance in the circuit. So as we have already learned, the sinusoidal voltage is given by V is equal to Vm sin omega t. So we are going to write the equation based on this circuit. So as per Ohm's law, what it is? I is equal to V by R. So since this is a AC source, we can replace this V as Vm sin omega t by R. Therefore, Vm by R. What is V by R? We know that is I. Therefore, Vm by R can be, this Vm by R can be replaced as Im. That is Vm by R is equal to Im. So what the equation becomes? I. Therefore I is equal to Im sin omega t. So let's put this equation as equation number 1 and this equation as equation number 2. So if you check the equation number 1 and equation number 2, what you can see, is there any phase difference? Phase difference means the difference between these theta, omega t is equal to theta. You can see is equal to that V is equal to Vm sin omega t and I is equal to Im sin omega t. So see, there is no phase difference, it's sin omega t and sin omega t. So in a purely resistive circuit, the voltage and the current in the circuit is in phase with each other. That is, in phase means it depends upon the theta, angle theta. What is theta? Theta is equal to omega t. Okay, so far we have learned about the purely resistive circuit. So what was the equation? That is V is equal to instantaneous voltage, small letter V is equal to Vm sin omega t, and I is equal to Im sin omega t. Therefore both V and I are in phase by seeing these angles. Okay, so from this, what is Vm and Im? Vm and Im is the maximum value of voltage and the maximum value of current, and the small letter V and small letter I is the instantaneous value of voltage and instantaneous value of current. So the maximum value, so any kind, that is maximum value is equal to root 2 into RMS value. That can be represented as Im is equal to root 2 into I, and Vm is equal to root 2 into V, where Im is the maximum value and capital letter I is the RMS value. So earlier we had an equation as Vm by R is equal to Im. So in this equation, substituting the value of Vm from this, you can rewrite it as capital letter Im is equal to root 2 into V divided by R. So what is this V by R? V by R is again I by Ohm's law, that is equal to root 2 into capital letter I. So you get this both equation. So from this it is very clear that VR, that is voltage across the resistor, is equal to capital letter V, that is equal to I into R, where I is the RMS value of the current and R is the resistance. Okay, so we have finished learning the equations of in a purely resistive circuit, that is equal to V is equal to Vm sin omega t and I is equal to Im sin omega t. So from this we have to draw the phasor diagram and also the corresponding waveform of the resistive circuit. So let's check what is meant by phasor diagram. So see, from these above two equations, it is very clear that in a purely resistive circuit, the voltage and current both are in phase. So how we will draw the phasor diagram in phase? So let this phasor shows the voltage V and let this be I. That means voltage and current are in phase. So this diagram is called as phasor diagram. Similarly, we have to draw the waveform also. So here we are going to draw the waveform. Say this is A and this is B. Okay, so referring to the figure B, the waveform. So say this waveform is the waveform of current I, instantaneous value, and since V and I are in phase, we have to start from the point, same starting point. So this is again V, where the maximum value can be represented as Im and Vm. So see in this waveform, that is both the waveform of voltage and the waveform of current have started from the same point and ended at the same point. That's why it is called as what? In phase. That is, in a purely resistive circuit, both current and voltage are in phase. So next is the derivation of power. Okay, so what is the basic equation of power in a electric circuit? That is, as we all know, P is equal to V into I, that is voltage into current. So from this is the very basic equation of power. So we have already got the equations of voltage and current as Vm sin omega t and Im sin omega t. So that is equal to Vm sin omega t into Im sin omega t. That is equal to Vm Im sin square omega t. So replacing that as, you can replace the sin square omega t is equal to 1 minus cos 2 omega t divided by 2. That is equal to Vm Im 1 minus cos 2 omega t by 2. That is equal to Vm Im by 2 minus Vm Im by 2 cos 2 omega t. So we have got two different terms as Vm Im by 2 and Vm Im by 2 cos 2 omega t. So what is the average value of cos? That will be taken as 0. So we have got only this term will not be existed. So what is the equation of power? Power is equal to Vm Im by 2. So you can replace this power as Vm by root 2 into Im by root 2. That is equal to V into I. That is RMS value of V and RMS value of I. So that is the equation of power in a purely resistive circuit. Okay, so similar to the previous topic, the next topic is purely inductive circuit. So what is meant by purely inductive circuit? That is a circuit which contains only the element inductor. So let's draw that circuit. So say this is the voltage source V and the inductor L, and the current flowing through it is I. So let the voltage induced by the inductor can be written as small letter E suffix L. Okay. So in this derivation, we are going to start with the equation I is equal to, instantaneous value I is equal to Im sin omega t. So what is the equation of voltage in an inductor that we already know as EL is equal to minus L di by dt. This we have already learned in the first chapter itself. And this minus stands for the Lenz's law. By KVL, applying the KVL in this circuit, we can write as V plus EL is equal to 0. That is, what is this KVL? KVL is Kirchhoff voltage law. That is, sum of all voltages in a mesh or in a loop is equal to 0. So applying that, I can write it as V plus EL is equal to 0. So that you can again rewrite it as V is equal to minus EL, that is equal to L di by dt. So what is this I? I is the small letter I is the instantaneous value of current. That again you can rewrite it as L into d by dt of I is Im sin omega t. That is equal to L into Im d by dt of sin omega t. So what is the derivative of sin omega t? It is omega into cos omega t. So you can rewrite it as L omega Im cos omega t. So what we were deriving was the equation of voltage. So V is equal to L omega Im cos omega t. So again you can replace this cos omega t in the terms of sine as L omega Im sin omega t plus 90. So that is cos omega t is equal to sin omega t plus 90. So that is equal to, this entire term can be replaced by Vm, that is which we have already learnt before, that is V is equal to Vm sin omega t. So in that you can replace this entire term as Vm, that is maximum value of voltage. So again you can rewrite it as V is equal to Vm sin omega t plus 90 degree. So let's say this equation as 1 and this equation as 2. So this is small letter V. So in a purely inductive circuit, what is the equation of current? I is equal to Im sin omega t and V is equal to Vm sin omega t plus 90 degree. So by seeing these both equations together, sin omega t. Okay, by seeing this both equations together, you can find what is the phase difference between voltage and current. So the phase difference is, in a purely inductive circuit, the voltage leads current by an angle of 90 degree because there is a plus over here. So either you can say in this way, or if you are taking voltage as reference V, so you can say opposite as the current lags voltage by an angle of 90 degree. Both are the same. So if you are taking voltage as reference, the current is lagging by an angle of 90 degree, or if you are taking current as reference, the voltage is leading by an angle of 90 degree. So before, in a purely resistive circuit, it was the voltage and current both are in phase, whereas in a purely inductive circuit there is a phase difference of 90 degree depending upon what you are taking as reference. Reference means the sine omega t, that is which one you are taking as reference, that is Im sine omega t or whether it is Vm sine omega t. So in a purely inductive circuit, that is V is equal to, if you are taking voltage as reference, if V is equal to Vm sine omega t, I will be equal to Im sine omega t minus 90 degree, or you can write it as, that is which we have already derived before, V is equal to Vm sine omega t plus 90 degree and I is equal to Im sine omega t. So both these equations are same. It shows the difference only whether what you are taking the reference. Here the reference is taken as current and here the reference is taken as voltage. By seeing this, you can draw the phasor as the current is the reference I and the voltage leads by an angle of 90 degree. So if you are taking voltage as reference, that is current lags by an angle of 90 degree. Both are same. So we usually in electrical circuit, we usually take voltage as reference. So by saying that in a purely resistive circuit, voltage and current are in phase, and in a purely inductive circuit, the current lags by an angle of 90 degree. So say you can draw its waveform. This is phasor diagram. These both are phasor diagrams. So let's check how the waveform will come. So we are taking voltage as reference. So say this is the waveform of voltage V. So I have taken voltage as reference starting from 0. So where should the current start? I have taken voltage as reference. So current should lag voltage by an angle of 90 degree. Lag means it should come after 90 degree. So drawing the waveform of purely inductive circuit. So in a purely inductive circuit, the current lags voltage by an angle of 90 degree. So the voltage is starting from 0 and current is starting, that is lagging the voltage by an angle of, see, this is 90 degree. Okay, so this is the waveform of current. So what is the maximum value? This is Vm and this is Im. So these both are the phasor diagram and this is the waveform. So phasor diagram can be drawn with respect to the reference, that is in this case the reference is taken as current and in this case reference is taken as voltage. Okay, so next we are going to derive the equation of inductive reactance. So for that, we know what is Vm. The Vm in the purely inductive circuit, we have already written as Vm is equal to omega L into Im. You can check with the previous derivation, that is Vm is equal to omega L into Im. So what is Vm and Im? Vm and Im is the maximum value of voltage and maximum value of current. That can be replaced as root 2 into V is equal to omega L into root 2 into I. Okay, in this both root 2 get cancelled. You can write it as V is equal to omega L into I. That is V by I is equal to omega into L. So what is V by I as per Ohm's law? That is as per Ohm's law, V by I is said as R. That is resistance. Okay, so here in a purely inductive circuit, the resistance is termed as XL, that is inductive reactance. Inductive reactance. So in a purely inductive circuit, you can write the voltage equation as V is equal to XL into I. Similar to V is equal to IR in a purely resistive circuit, where this XL is the inductive reactance. So what is the equation of XL? XL is equal to omega into L, and omega, we know what is omega, is equal to 2 pi F, where F is the frequency. So this is the equation of inductive reactance, which is very much similar to the resistance, the property resistance in a purely resistive circuit. So in a purely inductive circuit, the voltage equation is equal to V is equal to XL into I, and XL is equal to omega into L. So we have already learned about the analysis of purely resistive circuit and purely inductive circuit. So there is only one more element is left out, that is purely capacitive circuit. So what is meant by purely capacitive circuit? Similar to other two circuits, that is a circuit which has got the only element as capacitor. So we are going to draw that. This is capacitor C and the voltage source V and current I flowing through it. So here we are going, we are going to derive the equation by taking V is equal to Vm sin omega t. V is the voltage of, that is source voltage, V is equal to Vm sin omega t. So C and L both are storage elements that we have already learned in the classes. So what is the equation of current in a capacitor? That is, we have already learned I is equal to dq by dt. What is q? Q is the charge stored in the capacitor. I is equal to dq by dt, and there is one more equation which is already familiar to everyone, that is q is equal to c into v. Okay, so we are going to replace this. I is equal to d by dt of what is q? That is cv, that is c into v. That is equal to, again you can replace it as c d by dt of v. V is equal to, what is V? Vm sin omega t, that is equal to c d by dt of Vm sin omega t, that is equal to c Vm d by dt of sin omega t, that is, what is the derivative of sin omega t? That is cos omega t. So you can, that is c into omega into Vm cos omega t. You can replace this cos omega t in terms of sin omega t, that is equal to c omega into Vm sin omega t plus 90 degree. This is the equation of instantaneous value of current. So what is this area? That is taken as capital letter Im, that is maximum value of current. So maximum value of current Im is equal to c omega into Vm. So from this equation, both equations, say this is equation number 1 and this is equation number 2. You can rewrite the equation number 2 as instantaneous value of I is equal to Im sin omega t plus 90 degree. So seeing the phase difference of equation number 1 and this equation. So what is the phase difference? Here the reference is voltage and the current, it is plus 90 degree. That is, current leads by an angle of 90 degree. That is, in a purely capacitive circuit, the current leads voltage by an angle of 90 degree. So if this is the voltage, we have to draw the current phasor as leading by an angle of 90 degree. So this is the phasor diagram. So I can summarize the three circuits. That is, in a purely resistive circuit, both current and voltage are in phase, and in a purely inductive circuit, current lags voltage by an angle of 90 degree, and in a purely capacitive circuit, current leads voltage by an angle of 90 degree. So we are going to derive the equation of capacitive reactance, which is similar to the inductive reactance. So what was Im from the previous equation? Im is equal to omega C into Vm, where Vm and Im are the maximum value of current and voltage. So we can replace this Im as root 2 into I is equal to omega C into root 2 into V. So cancelling this both root 2, you can replace it as I is equal to omega C into V. So V by I is equal to 1 by omega C, and V, what is V by I as per Ohm's law? It is similar to that of resistance. Here it is said as XC, where it is called as capacitive reactance. So the capacitive reactance is termed as Xc is equal to omega 1 by omega C, that is equal to 1 by 2 pi Fc, where omega is equal to 2 pi F. So we have learned three terms. So before that, what is the voltage equation of in a purely capacitive circuit is V is equal to Xc into I. Okay, so you can write both the three equations together as V is equal to Xc into I, V is equal to XL into I, and V is equal to I into R. This is for resistive circuit, this is for inductive circuit, and this is for capacitive circuit. So R stands for resistance, XL stands for inductive reactance, and XC stands for capacitive reactance. So you have to learn the equations of XC and XL, where XL is equal to omega into L and XC is equal to 1 by 2 pi Fc, that is equal to omega into C, that is 1 by omega C. So this is the equation which you have to by heart. Okay, so we are going to summarize the purely inductive, resistive and capacitive circuit. So I am going to draw three columns: resistance, inductance and capacitance. So what is first, we'll start with the voltage equation. So V is equal to, in a purely resistive circuit, that is equal to I into R. Similarly, in the inductive circuit, V will be equal to I into XL, that is inductive reactance. So V is equal to I into XC in the case of capacitor. That is the voltage equation. So what is the equation of voltage and current? Instantaneous voltages and current. Here V is equal, we are taking the reference as voltage Vm sin omega t. So what will be current? I is equal to Im sin omega t. So again, in three cases we are taking V as reference. V is equal to Vm sin omega t. So in the inductive circuit, what will be the current? I is equal to, that is current lags voltage by an angle of 90 degree. That is I is equal to Im sin omega t minus 90 degree. Okay, here also we are taking V as reference, Vm sin omega t, and here I will be equal to Im sin, what it will be in a capacitive circuit? The current leads voltage, that is plus 90 degree, Im sin omega t plus 90 degree. So in the first case, both the phases are in phase, omega t and omega t, and In second case, it is current lags voltage by an angle of 90 degree, and in third case, the current leads voltage by an angle of 90 degree.
C correct.
Okay, so next we are going to draw the phasor diagram. So how you used to draw the phasor diagram? So in a purely resistive circuit, the current and voltage are in phase. So that means in phase. Okay, and second one, say this is the reference as voltage. The current in an inductive circuit, the current lags voltage, that is minus 90 degree. That is lags means backwards, that is 90 degree. Current I, and in a capacity circuit, current leads voltage by an angle of 90 degrees. So in phase, lags, this is lags, and this is leads. There is one more thing which we have to draw is the waveform. That is, if it in phase means both voltage and current will start from the same point. Voltage and current. If it is lagging means voltage always starts from 0. Lagging means after 90 degree. Okay. Current, and this is voltage. If it is leading means, say this is starting from 0 degree, this is voltage V, the current leading means plus, that is before time. It should start. Plus 90 degree means from here the current will start. Okay, this is the value of current. So these are the basic equation or the summary of purely resistive, inductive and capacitive circuit. So these are the differences: voltage, current, phasor and waveform. So you have to learn this very carefully. And the assignment for the day is, I have only derived the equation of power. So similarly, you have to derive the equation of power in a purely inductive circuit and also purely capacitive circuit. I can give you a clue as in a power in a purely inductive circuit and a purely capacitive circuit is 0. You get the answer as 0. So you have to check our online portal. I have given the clue along with the assignment questions, and do it and submit it on time. Thank you.